And welcome back to A Drop of Happy, your space for stress well living and entertainment. This is your drop of calm, clarity, joy, and fun. I am your host, Wanda Toby. And today is a good day. Today is a good day to let go of what no longer serves you. There are times when we not only get stuck in life, but we can get stuck on people, things, or ideas. And we maybe thought that we once held them dear. Like they were so important to us at one point. But maybe they've since lost their luster. Sometimes the reality of a thing no longer aligns with the fantasy we have built in our heads. But I think that's worth repeating. Sometimes the reality of a thing no longer aligns with the fantasy we have built in our heads. It is no longer serving us, or heck, maybe it never was. And we've been waiting for it to meet our expectations or waiting for something to happen, but it, they, whatever the situation was, keeps failing us. Or maybe it's just run its course. At some point, though, we have to recognize when it's time to let go and know that it's okay. It's okay to release that control. It's okay. Letting go really is an important aspect of stress management. Learning to let go is a gateway to peace, peace of mind, peace of spirit, peace, peace, peace. And I always try to find a good article that kind of resonates with what I'm saying or with what I'm feeling or with the point I'm trying to make. And this one is from Simply Psychology: How to Let Go of What You Can't Control. It is by Saul McLeod and it is peer reviewed. And of course, I will provide the link as I always do. So the article focuses on three aspects of letting go. Talks about how to let go, why letting go is so hard, and when control becomes toxic. Because at some point, the article mentions that sometimes letting go is really about control, less about how we handle things and more about how we want to control things. Now, the article's a little long. I'm just going to try to go over some highlights. Definitely take some time to take a look at it, and you might feel attacked. I, I'm just saying, you might feel attacked because at some point it does kind of dig in a little bit. So it kind of starts off talking about letting go of negative emotions and experiences involves releasing stored disturbances from the mind, leading to a state of inner peace and well being. And I mentioned that, right? I mentioned that letting go leads to peace. Okay. And it's really important that we kind of make that connection. You're not losing something when you let go, you're gaining peace. Hopping back in, it says, learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Discomfort is inevitable, and thrashing against it only prolongs the suffering. Accept that you will feel pain and discomfort, but know that you can handle it. And we're going to pause because I think like that's a huge problem, that we don't want to feel pain and discomfort, which is kind of crazy. Duh, of course we don't. Like, why would we want to feel that? But sometimes, and again, nothing's new under the sun, in my opinion, right? Uh, Very cliche. You gotta go through it, right? You gotta go through the pain. But it's for real. And we want to hide from it, and then that's when the problems start. So, from the article, some key points to remember. It goes over some key insights. Uh, it takes practice. So, if you're not accustomed to it, or if you notice that you hold on to things and hold on to things and you don't let them go, um, again, it's a sign of a control problem, but it also takes practice. So, congratulations. Congratulations on realizing that this is something you might have to do. and get ready because it's going to take some work. The other insight is that it's about you. Oh, yeah. Because again, it's kind of about things that you can't control and realizing that you can't control it. So, but you can control how you react to things. So ultimately, yes, it is about you. There's no super glue. Specifically, the article says there is no super glue in life. If stuff is stuck inside of you, you did it. Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes these articles be a little disrespectful. Like, you don't got to get in my face like that. You did it. Okay. Kind of reiterate, it's about you. Next point, next highlight, Earth is a school. Earth is the place where souls are sent to evolve. You're here to learn how to handle trouble. I like that, but I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it because what do you mean? I'm here to learn to handle trouble. No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. And that's the problem, folks. And we are all this. I mean, a lot of this are the same. This applies just as much to me. I'm not an expert, okay? Just person who is trying to get through it just like you. You can handle anything. This is the other point. The affirmation that I can handle anything is a powerful tool. And we're going to pause because absolutely a powerful tool because knowing that you can get through it, knowing that you're tough enough to handle it, you're not going to break down. It gives you strength to keep going. Let go of garbage. Let go of garbage. The most important thing that you will ever learn is how to let go of the garbage that you're building up inside yourself. The purified mind. The purified mind is no different than self. A still mind reflects self. And the last key point is the world is not bothering you. The moment in front of you is not bothering you. You are bothering yourself about the moment in front of you. Gosh dang it. I feel like I need to pause on that. We're done. I think we can close up shop after that because you're in my face and I am bothered, just to prove the point. But I'm going to read it again. The world is not bothering you. The moment in front of you is not bothering you. You are bothering yourself about the moment in front of you. I feel some kind of way about that whole thing. That's it. That is all. All right. So it goes on to talk about how acceptance is key. Letting go is fundamentally about acceptance. Goes quite in detail. And we haven't talked about acceptance, but you've probably heard how acceptance is important in the growth journey. Okay? Because if you stay in denial, then you cannot address the thing that you're in denial about. One thing it says, acceptance. It's like exhaling a deep breath you didn't realize you were holding. So, what else does it say? Again, the article is pretty long, and I am not reading every single thing. I'm just going through the highlights. But it's really good. Okay. The next is surrender takes courage and trust. Truly letting go of control can be frightening because it means facing uncertainty and our own vulnerabilities. It takes courage to say, I can't control this and I am going to be okay with that. Surrendering is about confronting our deepest fears and choosing to trust ourselves and sometimes a higher plan or other people to handle whatever comes next. So it definitely is, sometimes we have to go outside of ourselves. So definitely takes some trust. This point again is very common. Remember that everything is temporary. Embrace impermanence. A lot of our distress in life comes from holding on to the idea that things must stay a certain way. Ooh, I, I, I agree. Remind yourself that life is constantly changing and that's okay. So you're constantly changing, life is constantly changing. You're changing to adjust to that and things like that. Uh, so, yeah, one of the things, by accepting the impermanent nature of circumstances, you actually find more freedom in each moment. It's giving carpe diem. Okay. Letting go versus giving up. Love this because sometimes people can interpret letting go as giving up. And it's definitely not the same, right? By now, you might be wondering, this is from the article. If we stop trying to control everything, isn't that the same as just giving up? Will our life fall apart? It is important to understand that surrendering control is not the same as being passive or indifferent. There is a difference between giving up out of hopelessness and letting go or surrendering out of wisdom and acceptance. So I'm going to pause. Like, one is really an active, you're taking an active part versus just letting things happen. That is very much giving up, just letting things happen. Ooh, and it irks me. It irks me. But if you're making a conscious decision, you're being mindful completely. It's a strategic choice, not a failure. Another section: witness consciousness as a foundation for relaxation. Okay, witness consciousness is an exercise. Okay, the article goes on to talk about the exercise. It is when witness consciousness and relaxation are deeply interconnected concepts, offering a powerful approach to managing your inner world and achieving a greater sense of peace. Witness consciousness at its core involves developing the ability to observe your thoughts and emotions without getting entangled in them. I would suggest you look that up all by itself because that takes work. That is an exercise, that is practice because, again, you're observing your thoughts and your emotions, but you're not letting yourself get caught up in them. That's tough because we be getting caught up in our emotions all the time, all day. Um, all right. So then it does go on to tell you how to start a witness uh, consciousness type of practice, and I'm just going to go through the steps that it has highlighted real quick. We are not going to go into it. Please read the article, but create distance, the space for stillness. The sense of self can get lost when consciousness is observed in a thought. Witness consciousness helps create a buffer between you and your thoughts and emotions. Without this space, every mental event feels like a direct hit, triggering reactions and preventing any sense of inner stillness. Uh, Objective observation, seeing thoughts as transient. The act of judging prevents objectivity. So don't judge. Just don't judge when you're in this state. Witness consciousness encourage you to observe thoughts without judgment, even judging yourself, because you know we be judging ourselves. You know it. 3, awareness of what is, accepting the present moment. 4, the practice of relaxation. There's a book called The Relaxation Response. I always bring it up. It is very good. You should check it out. But the practice of relaxation. Then it goes in to kind of talk about the practice of relaxation and flow. Under that, releasing resistance, allowing energy to flow, noticing and not doing. This is all part of that. Okay, let's keep going. The importance of creating space for relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the flow. All right, so then it kind of talks about the results of letting go, okay? Transcendence, identifying awareness, clarity, seeing what to do. Letting go helps with that. Freedom, releasing limitations. inner peace, dissolving distractions, equanimity, remaining centered amidst the chaos. Jeez. A non reactivity, responding instead of reacting. Ooh, I like that. Responding instead of reacting. Okay. Important considerations. Once again, it's not a quick fix. Experiencing emotions is important. And if you need professional help, please get it. The next part, and we're not going to go into it too much, but why we struggle to let go of control. One of the things they talk about is the illusion of control and the fear of the unknown. Let me tell you, because we have a constructed reality that we're really, really holding on to, and then comfort zones, because we love our comfort zones. Fear of disturbance, because we love to be in a homeostatic state, okay? Homeostatic state, right? We love that comfort. We love when everything is just right, even though sometimes it's not always good for us, okay? Addiction to a comfortable world. There goes that comfort again. The second one is past experience and trauma. So that's sometimes why we struggle, because again, we've constructed a reality to help us cope, and we don't want to mess it up. So it's a self-protective response. If I can control everything around me, I won't get hurt again. Yeah, yeah. The ego quest for control and validation. That's another reason why. The protector ego, it kind of goes into that. And the last part, it talks about how over controlling can lead to stress. Now, we already know that that is a huge problem. One of the things that it talks about with that is the cycle of manipulation and suppression. Over controlling individuals often attempt to manipulate the world around them to mitigate their anxiety. Ooh, this can involve trying to control the behavior of others, micromanaging situations, or engaging in elaborate planning to minimize potential risks. That's heavy. Trying to control the world around us is like jumping into a lake and trying to smooth out the ripples. The action creates more ripples. Similarly, our attempts to control often create unintended consequences and exacerbate the very problems we are trying to solve. It does end with saying, well, one of the things it ends with, but I do want to end on this, is true freedom lies in dropping the rope, releasing our resistance, and allowing the energy to pass through us without attachment. Again, the article is from Simply Psychology, how to let go of what you can't control. I will link it. We just went through some highlights for you, but again, it's a good article. Remember, today is what? A good day to let go of what no longer serves you. And that's your drop. Take what you need, leave the rest, and move gently into whatever comes next. If this moment helped, share it with someone who could use a little calm, clarity, and joy today. Like, share, subscribe, and do all the things.